Hi, I'm Christopher Warnock of Renaissance Astrology. Today I'm going to share the Black, White, and Red Algol teaching that I've received, and also I'm going to talk about our new Black and White Algol talismans. So lots of information, there's lots of links. There's a link to, I have a whole page on the Black, White, and Red Algol teaching. Check that out. Also our Black Agate and White Agate Algol talismans. Very excited about these. We've never had White Agate before. Black Agate we sold out a year ago. We haven't had them for a whole year. Great to have them in stock again. If you're watching this too far after August 2023 though, again they'll probably be sold out. But check it out. Check out the links. If not, we try to always keep bronze Algol talismans in stock, and those can be used for either black or white Algol, as I'm going to talk about that later. So check out those links and check out our available Algol talismans. You know, Algol really is our most popular, not only protection talisman, it's the most popular talisman that we sell. I sell more Algol talismans than anything else. And that really testifies to me to the popularity and the power of Algol as a protection talisman. I'm very devoted to Algol. You know, until recently have been doing daily consecrations of Algol. You don't have to do that. It's overkill for most people. I just felt really inspired to do it. I just feel this very strong connection to Algol. Algol has a very prominent part on my fixed star altar, right in the top, right in the middle. And I really show Algol a lot of respect and appreciate everything that Algol does for me in terms of protection. And the thing is that, you know, I kind of have to start out very positive about Algol because there's so much misinformation out there and so much fear being spread about Algol as a talisman. Algol is a fixed star. And, you know, like I said, if you go out and Google search Algol, you're going to come up with a lot of scary, freaky stuff. So people will look at that and they'll come back and look at my website and they'll be, you know, frightened and upset that I'm even offering it or that I might have suggested it, because obviously Algol is bad. And what they're not getting is that, and you can see this in our traditional sources, that Algol as a predictive element or predictive factor in a, say, a horary or natal chart is indeed negative. Okay, but when you come to talismans, that same powerful energy is directed outwards at your enemies. Okay, so it's very nuanced. It's true of a lot of talismans that the predictive and the talismanic use of them are not the same. So it's important to not just surrender to the fear, not surrender to the memes, and not surrender to the social media screaming and freak out, and really try to get a handle on yourself. On the other hand, like I said, Algol is not for everybody. This is a powerful talisman. It's like electricity. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable dealing with it, then you don't have to. I mean, again, there's a link there to protective talismans, lots of other possible protective talismans. So it's just one of those things. But I needed to put out that more positive information about Algol to balance off the misinformation and fear that's out there. And so you don't have to be afraid that it's negative for everybody. At the same time, you're going to follow your intuition and make your choice while respecting other people's ability to make their choice. You know, and one of the things that's really interesting about Algol is that in our traditional sources it says, and this is from the Quita Partitas, it says, if anyone would enchant or bewitch him that beareth it, the Algol talisman, the spell reverteth, and the sorcery doth return upon him that cast it. So in other words, it's like a mirror. You throw something, something gets thrown at you, boom, it can get thrown back. That's one of the capabilities of Algol. What I learned, though, and this is really interesting, this black, white, and red Algol teaching, there's a mage who's very trained in Caribbean magic. They have a family history of it, family tradition of it, and their focus is curses and, you know, dealing with malefic spiritual attack. So they've got multiple Algol talismans from in the past, and they just rave about how powerful Algol is. How, you know, that spirits will, you know, try to deal with it, or someone try to attack them, and that Algol will come along and, you know, just basically blow them away. And so because they are so adept at dealing with spirits and have so much experience, they were personally instructed by Algol as far as these different manifestations. So, and again, it's very much in the line with a lot of traditional teachings on various deities or spirits or whatever, that they'll have different manifestations. If you think of Hecate, it's the tripartite manifestation of as a maiden, as a mother, and then also as a crone. So that's a tripartite or triple manifestation. Also, you think of Tara in Tibetan Buddhism. The Tara is a bodhisattva or a deity And tarot, there's green tarot, white tarot, blue tarot, all sorts of different manifestations of tarot. So they're all tarot, but they all have a sort of a different way of dealing with it. And it's, again, you might think of it as an interface, so a different way of interfacing with them. So the Black Algol is the more aggressive style, the more aggressive manifestation of Algol. And what I was taught was that you always have to, with Algol, always have to be seeking justice. So you just can't use it for vengeance or random attacks. But basically, as a result of attack, you need to protect yourself. Then the Black Algol will turn around and throw back anything that's thrown at you and actively go out and seek out and neutralize your enemies. So this is the most powerful manifestation, but it's also the most aggressive. So the White Algol is more passive. It's a shielding. So it doesn't have that aggressive throwback style as much, but it's really much more focused on basically being a filter or being a shield. And that's basically the manifestation of Algol that I have spent most of my time, even before I knew about the white and black, different teaching. That's what I was focusing on, was this more of a shield. Now, Red Algol, what I was told is it's just too crazy, not something you want to deal with at all, totally out of control, not a manifestation of Algol that you want to be dealing with. Now, unfortunately, it's funny, it's sort of like a drug addict response when they hear about someone dying of an overdose. They're like, oh, I want some of that. Not a very rational response, okay? I mean, there can be too much power. In this case, it's just out of control. So I would not recommend dealing with the Red Algol. Now, you may find it differently, but that's on your head, right? If you're going to be messing with that and there's a problem, you've gotten fair warning at this point. Let me just show you some examples. This is the White Algol. Really beautiful talismans, gorgeous in a sterling silver setting. Like I said, the White Algol is the shield Algol. This is the Black Algol. This is the manifestation of Algol that, like I said, more aggressive. It's reflecting back. This is the most powerful manifestation, but also, like I said, the one that's reflecting the magic back on the person centered at you. And then this is an example of the bronze Algol talisman. So this is the bronze, which can be used basically for either the white or the black manifestation of it. Really gorgeous talismans. Really happy to have these. And this is the image that we provide, consecration image, that you use for your personal consecration once you get your talisman. And this is, again, suitable for all the different types of black or white Algol. And so what I was taught was that if you want to manifest the White Algol, you use white candles, and you can use a white altar cloth. Black Algol, again, you use black candles and black altar cloth. But also it's what you're asking for. If you're just asking for shielding like I do, that's more White Algol. If you're asking for the reflective quality, for the more aggressive quality, neutralization quality, then that's more the Black Algol quality. So again, I think this is really fascinating, really interesting. It's something that it's modern, but it's in accordance with the traditional teaching. It makes sense to me within a devotional practice. And so I was excited about sharing this. I was also excited about having, my jeweler make both black and white Algol talismans, which are obviously optimized. The black would be optimized for Black Algol and white for White Algol. Makes sense. And to share this teaching and also to make it available through Renaissance astrology. So, like I said, I think that, people, like I said, protection, people are more and more worried about it. There's more and more magic going on. People are more and more aware of that, or even unconsciously. If someone's, in your family or friends or someone that's close to you that's angry at you, that can have a negative spiritual effect on you as well. So, really you got to pick and choose. Now, with family members, maybe you don't want to have Algol at all. Maybe you want to go, say, Sirius, which is a peace and reconciliation talisman. So lots of different possibilities. But if you really need protection, Algol is certainly one to consider. Like I said, it's our most powerful, most popular talisman, and certainly has been one that people have had a lot of positive response back to me. Now, one of the things that's interesting about Algol is that, and this happened to me, it doesn't happen to everybody, but it does happen to a lot of people, is that when you first get the Algol talisman, you have this electrical or electronic interference, and it goes away. I've had someone say they lost power on their whole block. What I had happen was my internet went out in a very weird way. The technical service person had never seen it before. And my thermostat sort of blew up, all within about 45 minutes. And then I had no more problems. So again, this is not unusual way for Algol to manifest itself in initially, and then it sort of settles down and starts doing the protection, whether it's a shield from the White Algol or the active reflection of the Black Algol. So very interesting. Check out those links. Check out the new Agate talismans and the Bronze Algol talisman, and also the page that talks more about the Black, White, and Red Algol. So I'm very happy to share this teaching and also to make available the Black and White Agate. And as always, the Bronze Algol talismans, we're going to do our best to always have those available because they're so helpful to people and such a popular talisman.